All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens. YouTube's Pastor Dowell. You know, this past weekend had a very, very disturbing conversation situation. We got a brother that lives in, I think it's Clarksville, Tennessee, and he, part time, and he drives school buses. And I asked him a question. He made a statement. He said, Pastor, it's off the chain. It is literally off the chain the way these elementary school students are talking. On the bus now. On the bus. You know what I mean? When the children are away from mom and dad and then they all get on the bus and, man, he said it's bad. It's vile. So my question is this. We already know this. We can see that society is declining. We can see that the things that used to be moral, now the things that were moral is now immoral. And the things that were immoral has become moral. Do you know that the scriptures talk like that? It says that good will become evil and evil will become good. And that men wouldn't know right from wrong. And it seems like, it ain't no seem like, we are there. Literally, we're there. Everything that used to be accepted and rejected as so-called societal norms has now become the norm. And my question to you is this. Are you going to continue to send your children to these public schools? Because if you send these children to these public schools with the vile spirit that goes on with these children out there, we talking about little boys running around acting like gangsters and little girls using people like Beyonce and Katy Perry as role models, and the sad part about it is that, can you imagine 5th and 6th grade and you talking about having sex, and you talking about in 5th and 6th grade girls are talking about, well, I'm going to get that boy this weekend, or I'm going to get that boy, and they've already done had 10 to 12 sexual partners, and then someone said, well, I ain't going to fool with that. I'm going with the older ones. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being a little girl in 5th and 6th grade, and you talking about want to have sex with somebody in junior high school or high school? What is going on? That's what I'm saying. I know there's a lot of things you may disagree with me on, but you really got to ask yourself a question. Do you really want to do that? Do you really want to send your children to public school and give them that kind of exposure? When these people, when they're being raised at home, they're bringing these so-called home values out in the public school platform. Most of you may be oblivious of it. And now there's a new trend going on. You know what this trend is? We were talking about this weekend. Girls who had children when they was 14, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old. You put that 20 years later, we're talking about 33, 34, 35, 36. You follow me? They have had children that are now grown men. And now these 33, 34, 35-year-old children's got 20-year-old sons. You know what they're doing? They're pimping their sons out to their colleagues at work, because it's just sad. And then another bad story this weekend. Check this out. Why come it's not rape whenever a woman that's in her 30s have sex with a young man when he's 16, 17 years old? The story is, and I need to find it, and it said that he's 21 years old now. He started having babies with this older woman when he was 16. Done had 3 children, he's 21. The woman decides to take the young man to court, sues him for child support. The judge left him with just enough money. Check this out. He works a minimum wage job, $50 a week. Yeah, that's all he's left. You know what he did? He went and got a gun, shot and killed a woman. I'm going to find this story and include a link down there below. But you see what I'm talking about? And that's the reason why I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I live out here in the country. I really truly am. And I think I'm going to stay out here too.